Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Christy
I'm Glenn.
and we are the duo here at Rockin' Robin Homestead. So I thought we've done a lot of videos on things that we've been doing around the house, a lot of, sped up working on things and not a whole lot of just sitting down and talking with y'all, so I figured it was probably a good time to do that. We did it once before when we moved in, and lucky everyone.
Always.
Always the lucky. He's always here. Bruin is sleeping. We'll bring him out later and you can meet him. He's a bundle of energy, so there's no telling which of his personalities will come out. He's going through the toddler stages of puppyhood at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. You're very gorgeous. Can you? Now we've done some work in the house, as you have seen, and there's a lot more left to do. One of the issues being on a tight budget is not being able to get everything done that you want to as fast as you want to. This past month has been like a speed run of getting things to where it looks nice. We fixed the hole in the floors, different areas here and there, the painting, trying to make it look more like a home. But after this, the next thing that I'll be working on is cleaning up the yard. I'll be doing that while Glenn is off at work during the days, and it's a mess. I'll show you all.
Oh yeah, you'll get to see it. It's just as bad as the inside was. If you guys watched that video, if you haven't watched that video of our first walk through the house, I recommend going back and looking at it because it was a disaster in here, and the yard is just as bad.
Yeah. So that's gonna take a while because the mosquitoes are so bad. I get eaten alive every time I walk outside just to go to the truck or hang laundry. I'm completely assaulted by skeeters.
Yeah. But yeah, like she said, she's going to kind of start on that. I'll help out, obviously, on the weekends and things when I'm home and got time to help. And it will be quite a process. There'll be a lot of videos of the same thing, really. Cleaning up the yard, because it's what we're doing now. We've done what we can inside. Holidays are coming up, so we're thinking about, okay, now what can we move on to where we don't have to spend money for things to repair. Well, outside, get the yard cleaned up, get it ready. There's a lot of stuff in the way that we're going to get up, and once it's gotten up, after we go in for the holidays, I'll be bringing back yard equipment because all that's back up home.
Yeah.
And why buy it when you have it? You just, the yard looks like crap anyway, so why worry about it?
Right.
But anyway, I'll get that cut down, and then
we'll do easier for some of the little stuff, because there's little stuff from bottle caps to bits of broken plastic. I mean, just little things just everywhere. So I will be making videos of going out and doing all the yard cleanup. They probably won't be a whole lot of time blocks together, so it's going to be shorter clips probably because I do have a puppy that I'm working with, and he doesn't like being left alone.
Right. And he requires lots of attention, as puppies do.
Yes, a lot, which makes this one jealous.
Right. And kicker about the yard, all this trash that you guys will see, and literally a 1-minute drive up our road, and they have a dump that is county funded. It's free, but yet they chose to trash the yard. I don't get it, but we're going to get it back and make it look nice again.
Get it nice and clean. I've seen some really nice rocks in the woods that I can't wait to design something around. That's kind of where I want the fire pit to be. Different thing. This really nice little spot here that we got. I'm really liking it. We go for walks every day. There's a road that is closed because of something I don't know. So it just says road closed through traffic, so we just walk there, and we've never seen a car. Never once.
Yeah.
So it's very safe for us to go out walking because he is still learning how to behave on a leash, while we're walking and all that jazz. But this is not a puppy video, so I apologize for going off on that little puppy trail.
Yeah, well, and another thing about getting the yard cleaned up is it's preparation for what will be coming up in the very near future. That of course you guys will get to see. We'll bring you along for that. We're gonna get it cleaned up. We'll, like she said, we'll work on the fire pit area that we're looking at. We'll work on the garden area, place where I'm gonna put the garden.
Yep.
It'll also get things cleaned up so next year when springtime rolls around, you know what that means, guys. Chicken time.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
can't
be
wait
getting
to have chickies.
yeah. So we'll be getting some chickens, and I'm not sure if she's wanting to do ducks along with them or turkeys, but I would like to get either or, not both at this time.
Not
Just
both.
well, I mean chickens and either turkeys or ducks.
Well, what? Why not chickens, turkeys, ducks, and quail?
Well, I mean,
That's an awful lot of eggs. I gotta say, I don't know if I could eat that many eggs. I could eat a lot of eggs, but
Yeah, well, I mean, there's other people who eat eggs. So.
that's true.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. We just have to,
We'll start with chickens and see how crazy we get. They
Yeah.
say it's the gateway animal. We've had chickens once before. They were so much fun.
Oh yeah, they were a lot of fun.
They were great. I love those chickens. I can't wait to have more chickens.
And it'll also depend on how long does it take to get the yard cleaned up. After we get it cleaned up, what shelters can we put up? Do we have enough for a few different birds, or do we just have enough right now for chickens, or do we have enough for chickens and one other bird? So we'll kind of see how it goes. But
and another thing with our way of thinking and the way that we kind of try to live our lives. I'm going to try to say that in the same. Anyways, we are going to be, there are some things out there that can be repurposed for other things.
Yep.
And I'm a big proponent of reusing things, not getting something brand new every year, every season. It's not necessary. We weren't designed to live that way. So I try to find different ways to reuse things. I love shopping at Goodwill. Most of my stuff is secondhand because it makes way much more sense. I'm saving something from a landfill. I know I'm just one person. I'm not doing a whole lot. Like, I'm not making a big dent in the world or anything, but I just feel that it's a good way to live your life, and maybe it will be an example to someone else.
Yeah. Well, and saving money, that's always a good thing. If you can save money, it helps you get infrastructure built to, get things going, then that's great.
Yeah.
One thing we did with our Kentucky property when we had the chickens, because that's where we had the chickens at, is when we built their little outside coop enclosure, we had a, I don't know exactly what you call it, like a tent gazebo thing or something that we had in the backyard.
It was a little canopy.
Yeah, that we bought from Amazon. And when we moved up north for job opportunity, there was a big storm come through, kind of pulled it up and ripped up the canopy part. Yeah, it mangled it up pretty bad. So, when we come back down, we're looking at it and we're like, well, too bad, but whatever. Well, when we got the chickens, we needed an enclosure. So we were looking at it. We're like, hey, let's get the metal parts off of it that were like the legs, and we'll break those down and we'll use them as stakes to put up the fencing and stuff like that. And that's what we did. We built a fairly nice little chicken enclosure for them.
Yep.
I want to say it was about a 13 by 15 enclosure, roughly, give or take.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and I think we had like $30 in it, which was just the chicken wire, because everything else we repurposed.
And the netting.
Oh yeah, and the netting.
Because I put netting over top, and the netting wasn't long enough. We could have gotten bigger netting that would have covered the whole thing, but it was much more expensive. So we got 2 of the smaller ones, and I sat in the yard and sewed them together, making little knots with string all the way along the edges, so that it would fit across. And it did.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
Yeah, exactly.
Came out really well.
So we'll be doing the similar thing here. Is we find things in the yard that they've trashed the yard up with. We think we can use it for something. We'll hold on to it and see if we can use it for something.
Right, and there's always pallets that you can make things out of. We're going to be trying that one of these days too, seeing what we can make with pallets. I've got some ideas for inside and outside.
Yeah.
And you know, speaking of saving money and things that, you know, maybe didn't come out quite like you had originally planned, not saying that they didn't come out good, but just not the way that you expected, was this floor.
Yeah.
I never expected to put peel and stick floor down, but it needed a floor badly. I looked at so many different options, large rugs that I could put down and attach to the floor, or
different carpet options.
Carpeting options, different things, and trying to come up with something. But everything was really, really expensive, and I didn't want to spend the money, and we didn't have the money to spend, even if I wanted to spend it. So we found the peel and stick at a bargain shop, and it came out great. It looks beautiful. I'm so thrilled with how my floor looks, and getting the walls done, covering up all the scribbles, making it feel like it's my home, you know, and not somebody else's home that I'm living in, if that makes any sense. So
yeah, I mean, you know, and we've not got to do a lot inside, but we have got to do a lot. I mean, for a little bit of money that we've had, you know, and most of that from a nice generous gift from one of her family members, which we've acknowledged in one of our other videos.
Yes.
But
thank you again.
Yes, thank you guys again. It allowed us to get, you know, things done to where it does feel like our place.
Things
now.
that we, you know, because I didn't expect that I would be able to paint.
No,
Here for a while. I was thinking next year maybe I'd be able to paint.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that was absolutely thrilling to be able to paint the walls and to do them in such a way that makes me happy. that was the kitchen, especially with the cats, was
oh yeah, those cats come out awesome, and she freehanded those too. I mean, those stencils being used, she should have let me freehand them. That would have been a hilarious video, because people would be like, "What in the world is that?"
It's a water buffalo. The word homesteading gets used quite a lot recently. This person's homesteading, that person's homesteading Pepper's homesteading this. What does homesteading mean to you? What does homesteading mean to us? And that will be, you know, let you know what more we would be sharing on this channel that we feel is related to. Basically, it's just our lives, because homesteading is a way of life.
Yeah.
You know, people do it for many different reasons. Some of our reasons are wanting to live as naturally as possible, which is really, really hard in this day and age, with everything being so commercialized and, you know, ready to, you know, you can get what you want right now. That you don't have to wait for anything. We've become a very narcissistic society where all we think about is ourselves.
Very dependent society too.
Yes, dependency. That's another good point.
Which is a hard pill for me to swallow, and probably her too, and probably a lot of you guys out there if you were born during a certain time period, because, well, let's face it, we're considered Generation X. I was born in '78, her in '80. And our generation is famously known as probably the most independent generation, so it's a hard pill to swallow to wake up and be like, man, I am so dependent on so many bodies of things that's out there, whether it's, you know, government things, whether it's things that control your everyday life, whether it's just groceries. I
Yeah.
mean, we're so dependent upon our food supply that it's terrible, and the worst part is we allowed them to, in some ways, monopolize the food market. I mean, they made it a commodity,
Yep.
something that keeps people alive and in good health should have never become a commodity, because, like anything, once something becomes a commodity, it comes down to nothing but profit. And
Yep.
that's what our food supply has become. It's become driven by profit. So that to us is also a big thing, a big part of homesteading,
Yep.
is trying to get away from being so dependent on the commercial food industry.
Yeah, and I don't think that we will ever get to a point where we are completely 100% self-sufficient.
No, not
Um,
here for sure. We just don't have enough property. For
No,
one thing.
and I believe that you almost can't be. I don't believe our ancestors were completely self-sufficient. I believe
No.
that they were
Community.
exactly community sufficient.
Yeah.
You had the bee guy, the meat guy, the lady who knew how to do clothes.
The garden guy.
Right, the shoe repairman, the butcher. I mean, everybody had their own little job, but it was all within one community. And no, I'm not advocating for 15-minute cities or
No.
anything like that.
No.
Absolutely not. No, this is completely different. But we used to live as communities. We don't even know our neighbors anymore.
Yeah.
We've become so narrow focused on things that we can't see the big picture anymore. And it's really sad, because nature's awesome.
Yeah, and it's funny when you think about it, as far as going back to what you're talking about, not knowing your neighbors and things like that. We're in a time and age that the ability to connect with people is so immense, but yet it's a false connection.
Yeah.
People think, well, and don't get me wrong, the internet's not a bad thing. I'm not bashing on the internet. It has its great points. And you can find anybody and reach out to different people and find communities that you would have never found, and expand your horizons and your ability to find people far beyond what we would have thought capable even 50 years ago. But it is a false connection. Connecting with somebody through a screen or through messages or social media or whatever, it's not the same thing
No,
as it used to be. So, in the age of immense connection,
People
I
are
feel
most
like we're our
alone.
most isolated.
Yep, that's true.
And
And homesteading as a way of life, making do with what you have, living within your means, doing what you can to eat properly, I learned a lot of stuff about nutrition and some of the things that we've been lied about, and I eat mainly I would say a ketovore. I'm basically carnivore, but I cheat keto here and there.
Yeah.
And that's how my puppy is too, because I want him to be strong and to grow up into a fantastic doggy, and I think he's well on the way to that. But I make all of our food except some of the poison he buys.
yeah.
But I
Guilty.
try to make it all. I tell him that I will make anything that he wants. He wants a lemon meringue pie, I'll make him a lemon
And she
meringue
will.
pie. But he'll go and get some nasty store-bought thing in a box.
Yeah, and that goes back to that whole convenience thing and being reliant. So, but she's right. I mean, she'd make anything I asked her to make. And to be honest, and I know it doesn't bother her, and she's told me this multiple times, and I know that to be a fact. But still, at times I'm like, I'll just grab something, because I don't want to task her with doing another chore just for something that only I'm going to eat, because she's not going to eat
I roll.
it. I know, but I'm just saying,
No, I know, and
Yeah.
it is a little bit hard for the give and take sometimes, especially like in a marriage when you have these roles and these ideas on how things are supposed to go, and when those ideas get shaken up or things get messed up a little bit, it can be hard to not react badly in that kind of situation. I know for me sometimes, like when I'm sick, and I don't mean like really really sick, I mean just like the female cold, you know, because we know it's different than the man cold. So I'll get a little cold and he'll be like, well, I'll cook dinner when I get home. No, you will not. Absolutely not, unless I am dead.
And I think mainly it's just because you don't want me to mess her kitchen up. I'm just kidding.
He does make a mess. Although he's getting much better than it used to be. Yes, round of applause, pat on the back, absolutely. It has gotten a lot better, but you know, that's where I see my role, as I'm the one who is here while he's working. I am fortunate enough not to have to work, so I work my butt off in the house and doing what I can to make this a very nice place. And it really annoys me that there's so much crud all over my floors with this puppy. Oh my goodness. It is driving me slightly batty because I like everything clean and he's a puppy.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you know, like she was talking about, I mean, we do have...
Did you bring that in the house?
Yeah, I brought work home.
Yeah, I see that.
I
Well, you know, I'm like a cat. I wore black so I could cover him.
Right. But, you know, like she was saying, I mean, we do, you know, and everybody does have their own roles. I mean, you know, we certainly take on more traditional roles.
Yeah.
You know, and that's twofold, I think. I mean, I think it's just who we are, for one thing. But, you know, also we do take on traditional roles because we just feel that's, you know, how marriage was designed to be by the Creator, you know, and
yeah.
that's a big thing for us. We are, you know, walking through and being faithful to God and trying to do what we can, which
that's like, for us, that's another, I wouldn't say reason really, I would just say our version of homesteading. And I wouldn't call us, I know that's one thing that we've been working with and dealing with and studying and trying to figure it all out, is I wouldn't consider myself a Christian. I mean, I do, but I don't, and I'm not going to go into the whole thing because it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole video in and of itself. It's probably several videos in and of itself.
And if that is something that you would like,
drop it in the comments.
Please let us know, because we would love to be able to, you know, connect with you in that way too. If that's something that you're interested in, we can share our spiritual journey with you guys too. That is an option. And if there are certain things that you would like to see, please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like she said, we're
not really Christians because, well, again, there you go, right back to that one. Normally, I totally skip and end up somewhere else, but this time I'm right back to yeah.
Well, I mean, I think what she's trying to say, and I totally agree with, is we don't. There's not really a perfect term or word that we've run across that we would quote unquote identify with or whatever.
Torah followers is
it's about as closest,
Children of God,
right,
part of the way.
Right.
I mean, there's lots of different
lots of different terms, and really
terms and titles.
And really, in all reality, also, what difference does it make? What you call yourself, as long as you're following Yahweh, the one true God, the Creator. I mean, that's all that really matters. The name is just a name, but you know, I think everybody does it. They like to have something they can say if a friend or somebody else is asking you, well, what are you? You know, you like to be able to give them some sort of a idea of what that is through a word or a couple of words, you know, but
that would convey the proper idea. And Christian doesn't quite fit where I see or where I want to see myself, because the goals of following God and living a life that is pleasing to Him It's a pretty high bar.
Oh yeah. Oh
In
yeah.
fact, it's so high that there's only one person that ever
Yep.
hit that bar or even came close. Everyone else is way down here.
Yep.
And that was Yeshua. He's the only one.
Yep. The only one to ever do it. The only one that will ever do it.
Yep.
But as I've said to people before, and it's something that me and her like to say, just because you can't hit that bar and it's impossible to achieve doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Just because something's hard or impossible doesn't mean you should strive to try to do it.
Yep.
Because it is how we please the Father.
It is.
You know, and
And
we
you just put a song in my head. It's not fair. My brain wants to sing it.
Oh Lordy. But I mean, you know, we try our best. We come up short every day. Anybody that lives their life for God comes up short every day, and I'm sure that all of you that follow God would admit to that you come up short every day, no matter how hard you try. But because of Yeshua's sacrifice, we come up short, but we're still saved. You know, we're allowed to ask for forgiveness.
Be in the presence of God.
Exactly.
That is, in my view, I do have to say that it's just my view of things, but I believe that that is our entire purpose on earth.
Yeah. Yeah, and like she said, you know, for us, it is a part of homesteading. I've just always felt that's how we were really supposed to live. I never felt like we were supposed to take this world to where it went, to this big industrialized mess of a place that we were supposed to stay, you know, small communities that, you know, looked after each other and everybody had their own specific thing that they did. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, the world went the way it was always going to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's all you can do is live in that world and try to make the best of the world you're in, because that's the only thing you can change is what is going on in your life.
Yep, that's very true. And I think we probably rambled on for quite a while.
Yeah, probably. But, you know, a lot of subjects we went over, I'm sure we'll touch on again in other videos.
Oh, absolutely.
And if there is anything you heard in the video that you would like more explanation on, or a video on all about it, drop it in a comment.
Yeah.
She,
let us know.
you know, I'm at work most of the time, so she's usually checking, but she always reads the comments and she
Every single
responds.
one, and I tell him about them, so he knows too.
Yep, exactly, and she always makes sure to respond to people. So yeah, please drop a comment and let us know.
Yeah.
Even if there's nothing you want us to make a video on, or nothing you want to talk more about that was talked in this video, drop a comment anyway. It was just to be like, what's that?
That's only one reason why I'm married, and only
Yeah.
one. I hope everyone has a grand evening. We are about to wake up the puppy and get him worn out before bed. So before we say adieu, let me see if he will come out of hiding. He got woke up from his nap.
But
And these guys are buddies.
right.
Now the Freya, she's not so hot.
Right. But anyway, he's the new addition. I know you can't even see him right now because of Lucky.
All right, Lucky, come here. Come over here.
But he's the new addition to the family. We got him at the animal shelter. They said he was about 10 weeks, but
I don't think he was.
no, I think he was probably more around 7 weeks when we got him. And we've had him for just a little over 2 weeks now.
Yep.
He's very rambunctious because he's a puppy. And, you know, going through all the puppy stuff. But
Yeah.
he's really a
Right now,
good
it's
boy.
everything goes in the mouth.
Yeah. But all in all, he's really a good boy, and he's going to be such a good doggy.
Yes, he is.
Because she does a good job
Yeah.
keeping up on him and trying to get him trained. See, everything goes in the mouth.
Yeah. Yes, be good boy. Be a good boy. I know you. No.
All right. Well.
Anyways, before
Apparently,
this
he's
turns
in his
into a
mood.
total free for all with
Right.
demon puppy over here.
Right.
Even Lucky's leaving the building.
Yeah.
So, or the couch, anyways.
Right.
So thank you for coming along and visiting with us today.
Yep.
We enjoyed sharing a little bit more about us with you, and can't wait to get more things done and uploaded for you guys.
Exactly. But until then, keep on rocking.
That's right.
Say bye-bye, Bruin.
Bye.
Bye.